Hello, my name is Jason, and I'm with Focus Counseling and Therapy in Daphne. I had a question the other day about why the word hopeful is on my moniker. Now, here's the reason why. They asked me because some situations seem to be beyond hope, and that might seem to be the case to many people. Now, let's say like with terminal illness. Well, let's take the terminal illness. Someone gets diagnosed with terminal. Now, we've all probably seen this where relationships tend to mend, where connections tend to be made, where love tends to be affirmed, and these things are all things that are hopeful to the person. Now, for some of us, we have gone through the past where people may have hurt us and let us down, and to the point to where it still in the modern day causes us pain, causes us anxiety, and can cause us all kind of issues. It can even mess with our relationships. It can mess with our thoughts about how we see ourselves and how we see others. Well, the good news is that there's treatment for that. There is types of therapy for that, which can alleviate that stress, that can alleviate or help people to cope and adapt to those types of situations so you can move forward, which is hopeful. Now, a lot of us have lost people in the past that we love. I know I've lost people that I love dearly, and I know some that are going to watch this that have lost people who they love dearly. Now, what about that? Well, it makes, for me, and I've seen it for other people, it makes us hopeful that we're not going to let small, insignificant things break a relationship, because it's not worth it. Because we understand the fragility of life and are not going to let that happen. We are going to be hopeful that we become more empathetic to those around us, and to those, especially to those that we love. Now, in the current situation, let's say in the present, there are those whose relationships may be falling apart, going through a lot of trauma. And a lot of times it's because communication has broken down, that people do not know how to relate to the other anymore. I'm not talking about infidelity and stuff, but just where someone doesn't know how to speak their mind or is afraid to speak their mind. Well, there are ways that we can learn to talk to other people, even those that we are closest to, even those that we are most fearful of having potential conflict with, and that can be done, and that is hopeful. Now, there are some people who, maybe from past experiences, maybe from current experiences, but the thoughts that they have about themselves, about the world around them, about how they relate to the world, and about how others may view them can be quite skewed. And they may not be sure of even who they are, which direction they should go, how to move forward in their life, and just feel stuck. And maybe even have to take substances. Well, even for those individuals, there are treatments that work that will help them to get a center of a a center of who they are, a locus of control, if you will, where they know who they are, they know what they want, and they can move forward in their life once again, hopeful. So I have yet to meet anybody that has come into my practice where we can identify at least one little glimmer of hope in a situation. Now, if we can identify that one glimmer of hope in that situation, we can hopefully build upon it and thus make a situation that seems hopeless hopeful. That's why when you come to focus counseling and therapy, that's why we say that our therapy is personal, it's very focused on you, that it is applicable, that not all therapy is the same, but most importantly that it is hopeful that we can get better, hopeful that you can get better, and hopeful that we can move forward in our lives. So that's why I told them. That's why I said the moniker a hopeful is on there. Because without hope, what do we have? You know, we don't have purpose. Uh, we don't have meaning in our life a lot of times. So hope is what we need to be striving for. And there are too many things in this life that can give us hope, and it just takes a little bit of digging sometimes. If you'd like to know more about my practice, you can go to jjohnsoncounseling.com. You can email me at jjohnson@jjohnsoncounseling.com or call me at 251-307-5338. I appreciate you watching this, and I hope that you have a great week.